name's Chi and I've been doing some maths. Not maths. Married at First Sight Australia recaps, and we have been having some fun because the most infamous Married at First Sight bride, Jessika Power, has entered the villa. So I thought it would be a perfect time to go back over Jessika Power's time on season 6 of Married at First Sight. In my opinion, the best season of Married at First Sight of all time. So Jessika Power got herself into a little cheating scandal, and in my opinion, it was a little bit of a calculated move on Jessica's behalf because in my opinion, I believe that she was after those Instagram followers, and boy did it work out for her. So if you like some trashy TV, if you love to relive some of the best trashy TV glory, then we could probably be mates. And mates always like and subscribe. Alright, so we have been through the wedding, the honeymoon, the moment that Dan entered the chat, and if you want to go through those with me, then find the little playlist right here. But right now, we are going to have a little pivot because Jess decided to have a little pivot. Now, before Dan even entered the chat, Jess had an idea. Bing! To hit up one of the older couples. Now, Dan is an intruder couple. They come in halfway through the show, but there is a couple called Nick and Cyrell. And Cyrell and Martha, Jess's best friend Martha, have some fights together. If you want me to cover those, please put it in the comments. We can go over it together, babe. Me and you. But Jess decides that maybe Nick might be a great candidate for a cheating scandal. Let's watch Jess in action, huh? See if she can get Nick in on this cheating scandal.
All the drama that's over there.
Meal, not a snack.
So, in my opinion, Martha is also an evil genius when it comes to this show. Evil genius, business genius, kind of the both. She already had like 200,000 followers when she came into the show. And I feel, in my opinion, definitely came on the show to see if she could maximize those followers. Now, in my opinion, Martha has tactfully found a way to be the narrator for this cheating scandal to help Jess and the producers tell the story of the cheating scandal, therefore getting herself more camera time and keeping herself completely brand friendly.
Yeah, are you gonna do that?
Oh, nah, Dan's the guy that you see at a bar and you think he's hot and he buys you a drink, but then you know.
I'm gonna expose myself right now. Like, just the way that she talks, she's like, you see at a bar and you get a drink, and then it's like, nah. And it's like, honestly, when I am editing my videos, I had no idea how long I outstretch a word. When I say maths, oh my goodness me, the sound wave is like so long for each word. It is unbelievable. So, you know, I could pick on Jess for doing that, but I would have to pick on myself too.
No, I'm not interested. I don't what?
Did you see Martha? She's like, you what? You like Nick? What? Hang on. When did this happen, babe? When did this happen?
I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a single girl.
You should say something in my life. It's now or never.
And I feel like it is now or never with Jess, because as we saw in the last episode, her and Mick are just not doing very well. So it is truly now or never with Jess. Like, she might be leaving the show at any moment. So she needs to get in there right now and start this cheating scandal.
I to sort of be there, you know, for Mick emotionally and romantically, but Mick doesn't really talk to me anymore.
I honestly will take my hat off to you, babe. You have tried with him.
I swear, what a night at the improv. Like, these two girls know how to play the reality TV show game, or they are learning very quickly along the way.
Working, and I was trying, and it was getting nowhere. I'd do the same thing she's doing. I would be looking elsewhere. I feel like you should act on that. If I saw something in another man that I liked, I can't help it. It's who I am. It's in my nature. I would act on that.
Would you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And if one woman tries to stand in her shoes and say they wouldn't do the same, I feel like, bitch, you're lying.
Absolutely not. Like, number one, how drunk is Martha? She is slurring all over that cheap free wine. And number two, no, I would absolutely not do that. I would just leave the show gracefully. There is no way that I would do that. I just don't think that that is appropriate behavior. I feel like you could still capitalize on your Instagram fame without becoming one of the most hated people in Australia.
Can I talk to you? A couple of seconds? Outside. It's very hard to gauge whether or not Nick's interested, but I do want to have a sit down with Nick and just sort of see where he sort of sees his future.
Oh, wow. Okay, he was like straight up talking to Dan when she grabbed him. That's interesting. That's juicy. I never noticed that.
What's going on?
Look, obviously I wanted to come have a chat with you and see how you've been going on this week. Like, it's been a big week for you.
Yeah, massive.
Are you happy with Sarah?
Straight up off. Yeah, Jess is being real flirtatious with Nick, right? Oh my goodness. She is not going backwards and coming forwards.
We've had a really rough week. We haven't spent any time together. The way she handled the fight with Martha and her was, you know, it's a bit scary, a bit full on.
It's not ladylike.
Cyclone Cyrell, look, like I said, season 6 is the best season of all time. They really just pulled together the best cast of characters, and they were just all giving so hard. There is just so many people to love, to hate in this season. You want me to cover more of them? You want me to cover Martha and Cyrell's fight? The Innes and Sam cheating scandal? The way that Sam was treating Lizzie? Put it in the comments.
You know, it's put a real shadow over our relationship as well.
My relationship isn't going very well at the moment.
I can tell.
You can tell.
We can all tell.
Look, I just want to see how you're feeling, like, because along the way I have sort of developed some sort of feeling towards you.
Wow. Man, I have just realized while I was watching that, I was thinking about how much Martha has fully G'd her up for this. Like, I feel like it's not just her believing that this is a correct thing to do and this is like good behavior. I believe that she has been 100% G'd up by everyone else around her. No one has like gone to her, Jess, this is not good. She's surrounded by all these yes people that are just trying to up the ante for this season of Married at First Sight. So I don't believe that this is wholeheartedly all Jess's fault. Just saying.
I didn't know this is what I was getting myself into coming into this conversation. I feel like flustered. I've never been like, I feel awkward. I don't know what to say.
That's not the response she was after. She thought he was just gonna jump her bones, but yeah, no, I would have to agree. I would feel so awkward. Nick is gonna try and keep the peace with Jess. Yeah, that is awkward. That is truly awkward.
Cyrell and I have a lot of arguments. We have a lot of drama, a lot of fights. But there's nothing that I would do to jeopardise my marriage. And yeah, I'm married. And I've never been, like, hit on like that.
How am I hitting on you?
Like, well, you just, I don't know, like, whatever.
Wow, and then she fully gaslights him. How did I hit on you? You totally hit on him. And like, can we just have a round of applause for Nick, everybody? A round of applause for Nick. Now, I don't know if out in the real world, Nick might have made a different decision, if maybe he's just doing this for TV, but hey, you gotta hand it to the guy. He really did do the right thing. He did the right thing, man. Go Nick. Check out this mug on her. She is like, what?
She's propositioned a married man.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to be talking about this because it's not right. I'm still married. It's making me
not.
uncomfortable because I am married and I don't want to do the right thing by Cyrell. I don't even think we should be having this conversation. Like, yeah, I just don't think it's...
Why is that funny, girl?
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
I understand.
Because I'm friends with Mick, I'm married, you're married. You know, I think I tried to shut it down as appropriately as I could. Having these conversations is not healthy. It's not good.
He was
You shouldn't
really
be doing
dead
that,
set.
especially if you're married.
Wow, he was really dead set in how he said it to her, and he had to like fully like almost lay down the law and be like, no, this is not happening. Absolutely not. For crying out loud. There's no way that she would have swiped right or left or whatever it is. I don't know. I've never been on Tinder. I've had a relationship for the last 12 years. So, you know, that knocks me out of the Tinder game. I'm very happy, by the way. Yeah, no, she might have like had like a drunken night with Nick, but I don't think that Nick is her type either. I mean, that mustache, like, please, brother, please.
We are all married here, but we've all come in here looking for love. And look, if it's not with our respective partners, there is the option to...
Oh, straight back to me.
I feel like there is the option to experience other, you know, husbands.
What? The option to experience other husbands. Jesus, that is a way to put that, girl. What a way to try and justify that. Now, put in the comments if you also believe that Nick went straight back to the table and told the boys straight away what happened. I believe that Nick went straight back and told the boys straight away what happened. All right, my friend, thank you so much for joining me. Oh my goodness. Now, this dinner party is one of the most infamous dinner parties, and we're going to get a part 2 of this dinner party because that's right. After Jess gets rejected by Nick, she swans on in and tries it on with another husband straight away. So you don't want to miss that, do you? You don't, because you love this trashy TV with me. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. See you later, mate.